Mercedes Vitos. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Mercedes Vitos. I have lost a job because of a Mercedes Vito, and this particular Mercedes Vito, I've lost half a tooth. So, bit of a relationship with them. However, it doesn't stop us from trying to do some really cool stuff with them. Now, there's not a lot of Vitos out there that get modified and worked on or sort of converted into the camper vans. We tend to find there's a lot more need for the transporters, transits, like your more sort of stable, regular camper van platforms. However, Mercedes Vito is actually proving quite a versatile platform. And we've done a few of these now, like with lining jobs and stuff like that. But this one's been a little bit special because we've actually, for the first time, we've fitted a pop-top roof onto one, and we've managed to adapt one of our VanPod systems to fit inside the back of this van, which we think is pretty cool because obviously this whole system is designed for a transporter. So the fact that that's now been adapted to fit in the back of one of these is pretty cool and just adds another sort of string to the bow in the VanPod that we're trying to build and what we can offer with it. This actual particular van started out quite nicely with the crew cab, so you've got the rear seats in it from factory, and Mercedes kit them all out really nice with like the plastic trims and stuff like that. So you get a real nice sort of car feel in it. But we've gone one stage further with that, so we've done a full 5-stage lining in this, although technically the 5th stage of carpeting's been modified. So fully sound deadened, thermo lined, insulated, put the plastic panels back in, and then anywhere that's exposed, we've added ply carpet or ply panels with carpet on it. So we've done everything we would do to a normal van. We've just adapted the way we work and how we work to make sure it all fits and works with this platform. And I think it's come out quite nice actually, obviously a bit biased because we built it. But for what we've worked with and how we've done it, it's added an extra element into the van now. So we're nice and quiet, we're insulated. We've got the pop-top roof up here as well. So this van is now sort of like a really nice day van where you've got your rear seats, you've still got their capabilities. You can sleep someone up the top or 2 people up the top, and you can also now sleep 2 people at the back in the VanPod system, of which obviously we've gone for a different one. So all the VanPods you've seen before have been black with different coloured tops and stuff like that. This one, I've gone for a white one. Really sort of bright, refreshing. It's quite a dark van anyway from the outside, a nice dark blue. So the fact that we've gone for a nice light and bright VanPod here as well, really, really cool. Same stuff as what we've done before. You've got your single burner, you've got your sink in there, you've got 2-drawer system, wastewater and all that jazz in here as well. So really, really fantastic. Extra elements in the van again, and just the versatility of this van now, just sort of increasing it really. Along with a custom tray on the other side, which is really cool. So again, with these VanPods, you can have the traditional kitchen style setup, or we can build these sort of like tray system type stuff in here before. So we can go full height, build them really big. I call them coffin boxes because they sort of fill up the whole thing there. Or we can go for a little sort of half height, 3/4 height, however you want really. We build these to what you want. So we'll cut this to whatever size works, and then we throw this in here. It's all buffalo board, it's hard wearing, it's all that sort of stuff. It's all been siliconed on the inside, so should be water resistant and fill it up as well if needed, but just adds to the van again really. So it's the hottest day of the year that we are filming this, and dressed in all black uniform outside is absolutely sweltering. So we've jumped inside where the aircon is running. Thankfully this van has it. But whilst we're in here, I thought we'd run through some stuff we've done on the inside of this van as well. Some other little bits and pieces that you may not necessarily see, or stuff we sort of do in the background that doesn't really get highlighted or brought up. One of which on this is actually this sort of screen system here. So replaced the head unit that came with this van for an aftermarket one with a built-in reverse camera. So again, just adds to the van, makes it a bit more drivable for sort of certain people, or reverse in and stuff like that. Really, really usable. I'm a big fan of reversing cameras. They can get a bit addictive if you're used to them. Other stuff we've done as well is we've fitted with 2 swivel seats inside of this van, passenger and driver's side. So you can spin it round. Underneath the floor mats is a Seconda table mount, if I can pull this up. Underneath there, so you can actually swivel the seats round, put your Seconda table in, and sit with people at the back and the front and use it exactly like a camper van is meant to. We've also fitted curtains on the side and the back windows as well. Some lovely VanX shades there, really, really good bits of kit. But the biggest thing I wanted to talk about whilst in this van, especially because the aircon is going and it is lovely, is this roof. This is a altitude pop top. First altitude pop top we've ever fitted. I believe these are one of a very, very few people who do it for this Mercedes platform. And another reason we went with these guys is because you're able to retain the edges of the factory headliner. So as I was saying earlier, these vans come sort of pre-trimmed like you would have a car. So you get like a car style headliner up here in the middle. And a lot of times with headliners and pop tops, you end up just cutting them out, carpeting them, trying to make them look nice afterwards. But these guys have actually put the thought into it, and they send out like a trim kit where you trim the headliner, you cut it all to the roof, and you put the factory headliner back up. And we've even managed to incorporate the spotlights inside of the headliner. So adds a really, really nice function to the roof, ties it off where sort of like your van meets your adventure van type thing. I think the styling is fantastic on the roofs. And just like a Skyline as well, you've got a hatch cover. So when you're driving along, you can pull your hatch up, shut that all off, and you still have that headlining feeling without sort of like straps coming down or canvas in your face or anything like that as well, which I think is a fantastic feature. We love it on the Skylines, and it's just a bonus on this roof. So really, really big fan of them. Altitude roofs, as I've said. Yeah, really cool bits of kit. So with the VanPod bed, I thought we'd try and show this angle just so you guys can see just sort of how long and how big this bed actually is. Turns into a really, really nice sleeping platform. I've said before in the past, I have slept on top of one of these, so you can get a taller person on this. I believe they're just shy of a double bed as well, which is fantastic for like inflatable mattresses and stuff like that. But again, with the pop top in this van, this sort of system in the back here as well, just adds another usability to this van, adds it into another sort of category now from that sort of camping out the back like you would do with a normal car. At least now you have everything in here to sleep people inside. We fitted a diesel heater as well in one of these. It's a little bit awkward to get them in, but it can be done. We have managed to figure out a way of doing them. We've done one or two now on these vans, including the Marco Polos, which are Mercedes factory version of a camper. So they are the Mercedes version of a California. We've managed to put one in there. We've put one in this as well. So really, really usable, this van now the whole year round. Haven't really got to worry about an awful lot now, whether it's cold outside, wet, raining, anything like that. You've got a really nice base camp that you can now work from. And it doesn't have to be your traditional style transport or transits. We're sort of going out now, branching out into a few other brands, a few other vans and stuff like that. So if there is something you want, or you have got a van, or you've got a Mercedes, a Sprinter or anything like that as well, do get in touch, let us know. Try and happy to help figure something out for you. Just because it's not been done before doesn't mean it can't be done. We'll certainly have a crack at it. We'll see if we can figure something out exactly the way of this. Just because it's listed as a transporter product doesn't mean we can't adapt stuff. So I'm not saying the sky's the limit. Obviously there is limits on stuff. However, have a conversation with us, have a chat. Let's see what we can do for you.